Today, I'm sharing with you 6 secrets that I have learned that can help you achieve well being, weight loss, financial freedom, the dream job of your life, relationships that you love and are thriving in. If you take these 6 secrets and apply them in any area of your life, you can achieve anything. And why do I say that so surely? Because these 6 principles can guide you in having the right mindset to become unstoppable. Because women who are unstoppable, like us, we can achieve anything, whether it's having well being, which is about loving ourselves and having a good, healthy self esteem and believing in our potential and our gifting and our talents, knowing that we are daughters of the Most High and that there isn't anything that we cannot overcome or achieve. Or it could be in the area of health because we understand that our body is a temple and how we treat our body is so important to experiencing that beautiful, bountiful healthfulness that we all want to experience. Or it could be in the area of wealth building and experiencing that financially freedom spirit of living with abundance, knowing that all needs and wants are met. Or having those relationships that are just healthy and loving and we're thriving in them in our 50s and beyond. You can have everything. And I spoke those 4 areas of well being, health, wealth, and relationships because those are typically the areas that bring us the most pain, but that can also bring us the most joy. And it becomes the priority areas that if we could figure out those areas, we would say we have a fulfilling life, right? And so I'm here to tell you that you can. You can have a fulfilling life in all of those areas. Now, when I usually do this talk, it's called the six secrets to well-being, weight loss, and financial freedom. And when I ask people, why did you show up today? Why are you here? And they're like, hey, I don't believe I can have all three. And you're going to tell me how to get all three. And I'm like, yes, most people don't believe that you can have it all. But I firmly do believe that. That's why I'm always talking about becoming unstoppable, because I believe that we are created in the image of the Most High and that He does not make any junk. He does not make any mistakes. We're created in His image. That means our gifting and our talents are there for a purpose, that we have unlimited potential, literally unlimited potential. We can achieve anything that we set our minds to, and that we have His divine power living within us that we can leverage. That's what makes us unstoppable and spiritually strong women, whether you in your 50s or close to it. And so, what are these 6 secrets, which are really 6 principles that if you apply to your life, you can achieve anything? Let's get started. Number one is change is not hard. I know change is not hard, but if you believe it is, then it will be. But if you have the premise that change is not hard, then you're open to learning something new. You're open to doing things differently. You're open to growing and evolving. But if you think that change is hard, now you've limited what you can do. So you have to adopt the mindset, the belief that change is not hard, and embrace the idea that transformation is within your reach. And because you believe it's within your reach, it's easier for you to achieve new things. And one of the things that I said in one of these talks, when a woman came up to me and she was like, change is really hard for me, Natalie. I don't like it, and she was concerned about learning how to use the computer. She was beyond her 5th decade and she was like, I don't like this new computer thing. And her job now required her to learn some new computer tricks that she wasn't quite willing to do. So she had built up a resistance and she had made it up in her mind, change is hard and I can't learn this. So I asked her to, just for giggle's sake, start saying, I learned new things. it's easy for me to learn new things and start to see if there was a different energy and if she was able to overcome her fear of changing. Because that's really what we believe. When change is hard, it's because we're afraid we can't do it. We're afraid that we won't be able to be successful. But if you adopt the mindset that change is not hard, you can achieve anything. Nothing will be out of reach for you. So that's the first secret. The second secret, which is a principle again, is that if you want things different in your life, you have to do things differently and be willing to do different things. And this is really important because whenever the new year rolls in, and it was just a month ago, people are like, this is going to be a great year. I'm going to achieve everything I didn't achieve. This is going to be good. Woo, woo. And they're just celebrating. And I always sit back and laugh, giggle to myself to say, it won't be a different year. It won't be a great year if you aren't willing to do different things and to do things differently. So, see, if you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again, not ever growing outside of your comfort zone, not ever doing anything new, not ever being willing to be open, why in the world would you think it's going to be different? Why in the world would you think that this year will be great if you are doing the same things that you were doing last year that didn't work? You see, when we repeatedly do the same things over and over again, expecting different results, that is the official definition of insanity. And here's the thing: women who are becoming unstoppable and are spiritually strong, we are not insane. We are clear minded, focused. We have a sound mind. And so, therefore, we are open to doing different things and doing things differently. If this has been something that's been a stumbling block for you, ask yourself, what am I willing to do different? What am I willing to do differently so I get different results? The results that you truly want. Okay, here's secret number 3, which again is a principle. Mindset is everything. And I have it behind me on my wall for a reason, to remind me every time I walk into this office that mindset is everything. You see, we don't get stuck in the circumstances that we experience. We get stuck in the stories that we tell ourselves about the circumstances. We get stuck in the mindset of lack instead of cultivating a mindset of abundance. You see, some people say, oh, the glass is half empty. That's a lack mindset. Then some people say, well, the glass is half full. That's sort of an abundant mindset. But I love to think that my glass is always overflowing, right? Because I always have more than enough. Now, that is truly an abundant mindset. And I attempt to approach my situations with that mindset versus saying, it never works, or I can't, or I won't have this, or I can't see how this is going to happen. That's all that lack mindset. That abundant mindset says that I haven't figured out how to do it yet, but I'm going to figure it out. It hasn't worked yet, but it's coming. So I'm going to continue on persisting. Mindset is everything. If you change your mind, you can change your life. Your circumstances may not change, but you change your mind. Now your approach to your circumstances will change. And who knows, that may be the solution that you were needing in order to resolve it. Mindset. Check your mind. And it's a great book that from the Hyatts. The authors are the Hyatts. It's a father and daughter, and the book is called Mind Your Mindset. The best book for you to read this month so that you can check your mindset so that it works for you and not against you. Number 4, and this is part of everything that I talk about in becoming unstoppable. Number 4, habits create you. What you do every single day will either move you towards achieving your goals or pull you further away, will get you stuck or make you unstoppable. It's really up to you because your habits create you. Even a mindset is a habit. You have to understand that. And there's a quote, I always say it. I learned it from Jim Quick. I don't know who he heard it from, but Jim Quick is one of the best brain coaches that I've ever met. He's the author of Limitless, and he always says that you create your habits and then your habits create you. So you start off doing something over and over again because that's what a habit is. And then your subconscious mind says, yes, this is what we do. So now it becomes a habit. And now you just do it by default automatically. And it's creating your reality. So maybe you have a habit of eating chocolate chip mint ice cream and Lay's potato chips at 12 o'clock midnight. Maybe you only did it once because you were in a low energy and this was something that was your comfort food, which really there isn't anything such as comfort food, but this was your comfort food. And you did it once and then you did it again. And before you know it, you did a third time. Now, every time you have a low energy day, which seems to be every other night, you find yourself midnight eating the ice cream and the Lay's potato chips. And then you're wondering why you've gained 20 extra pounds. Like, how did that happen? And whenever something happens that you don't want to happen and you feel your stress level going up, you do what? You go grab the ice cream and the potato chips. Why? Because something that you started off doing just once, and then you did it twice, but then you just kept on doing it. It made it into a habit. You started it, and now the habit is creating your go-to when you have stress. But the consequence is you've gained this extra 20 pounds and you're trying to figure out how you're going to break the habit. You've got to understand what you do, whether intentionally or unintentionally, consciously or subconsciously. If you repeat it over and over again, the subconscious mind is going to grab hold of it and it's going to become a habit. And it will create the reality of your life, whether you like it or not. This is true of good habits and bad habits. So understand, if you want to change your life, start making and creating new habits that will get you to that well-being, that will get you to that weight loss, and that will help you to be, yes, financially free. Because who doesn't want to be financially free? We all do. All right. Principle number 5. Beliefs need to be challenged. This is huge. Challenge your beliefs. If you say you believe a thing, ask the next question. Why do I believe it? Then the next question, where did this belief come from? And then the next question, does this belief serve me? Because many times we are bringing beliefs from our childhood that served us as a child, but does not serve us in our 5th decade. Maybe it served us in our 2nd and 3rd decade, but now that we're in our 5th decade and we become a little bit more mature and we get a little more life experience, maybe that belief is actually holding you back, holding you hostage, than helping you to move forward to achieving the goals that you desire and creating the life that you love. You have to be willing to challenge your belief because, see, I know maybe when you were a little girl, you believed in Santa Claus. Sis, I know you don't believe in her now. I know you don't. And I know you're not teaching your children about Santa Claus, right? That's an example of a belief that you may have believed. And it was fun when you were little. But now that you've grown up, that little belief don't work. So don't teach it to your children, right? Challenge your beliefs and be willing to replace them if they're no longer serving you, if it's holding you back and holding you hostage and keeping you from being who you truly want to be. Okay, now here's the 6th secret, the 6th principle: clarity, consistency, and your comfort zone. You've got to understand this. Clarity, consistency, and your comfort zone. If you are clear about the vision you have for your life and you are consistently doing things that move you out of your comfort zone, you can achieve anything that you desire. But if you're confused and you're consistently doing things that keep you in your comfort zone, you'll be stuck, will not be unstoppable, and it'll be 10 years later and you'll still be trying to figure out, why did my dreams come true? Why didn't I write that book? Why didn't I start that business? Why didn't I get that promotion? Why am I still carrying that 25 extra pounds that I've had for the last 25 years? Because you weren't clear and you were consistently doing things that kept you in a box. My sister, if you desire to become unstoppable and a spiritually strong woman, you've got to be clear on what's the vision that you want for your life. And then consistently take those steps that are going to move you forward and move you out of your comfort zone. Because, see, we get comfortable because it's a habit of where we are, and we maintain the status quo, even if it's not what we truly desire. And because we get comfortable, we get stuck. But to get unstuck and to become unstoppable, you have to be clear about the vision you have for your life and consistently, I mean, like every single day, not once a week, not once a month, not once a year, but every single day, take the steps that are going to make you achieve the dream that you truly desire. I have a keychain that my friend Aaron gave me a long time ago, long time ago. And the keychain says on one side, live the life you love. And on the other side, love the life you live. And I think about that all the time. And it makes me stop and ask myself, am I creating the life that I love? And am I living the life that I love? And the answer depends on the day of the week that I ask, right? Some days I'm rocking and rolling, some days not so. But to keep asking the question brings the awareness that I have the power to always move forward. And if I have the power, so do you. That's how you become unstoppable. You're going to have the ups and downs of life. There are going to be some things that work out and some things that don't. But always understand that you have the power to move your life forward by the choice that you make today. So these 6 secrets are really principles that if you apply it in your life today, you have everything you need to move forward and become unstoppable and create the life that you love and to live the life that you love, right? Or to love the life that you live. It always works. So join the conversation. I want to hear from you. What do you think about these 6 secrets, which are really principles? And what did I miss? Or which one resonates with you? Or which one you actually get stuck with? Because it's okay. All I'm doing right now is increasing your awareness and planting the seed that you are more than enough to create the life that you love because you are becoming unstoppable. All right. I hope it blesses you. I want to hear from you. Join the conversation. And in the meantime, do something different. Make this life great. Take one step closer to achieving your goals. And I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.